So hello and welcome back to Test Ride Thursday. Today we are driving the MAN TGX 2010 version 4.3 mod. Now this looks fairly interesting. I mean, just look at the size of the crane on the back and then all those axles. So there's lots of customization options for this, so let's get straight into it. Okay then, so here we are in the upgrade center. Now one thing that I do have to say, with this color combination on this skin that I've got, all the red tires, red sort of wheels there, it works really well in this garage. I mean, just look at all the red parts all working together. I just think it looks really cool. But anyway, so let's go to the cabin. You have got an XL and XLX, which gives you that little bit more headroom. So if you're taking sort of higher loads, you may want to go for that. Or if you've got lots of money to spend, you can go for the extra large and get the extra window up there, which when you get onto the interior, I just think it brings so much more light into the cabin. And you also get that extra window at the back, which I don't believe... Well, maybe you do. Yeah, you do. I do like that window at the back. I suppose it's kind of cool when you're sitting in your bed. Maybe like a sunset spot or something. Then you got the chassis all the way from my 4x2, which when you take all that sort of crane and everything off, just makes it look tiny. Look at that now. Let's go over here. Look at that. You got the 6x2, 6x2 4, 6x2 tag, mid, 6x4, and then you get onto these. So you get the tag lift, BDF, you get a mid lift, well, what is that? No, it's just a 6x4 BDF, I think. Then you get the 8x4 heavy sort of cargo thing with all these, I'm guessing they're extra fuel tanks up there. Not too sure. You also get the wheel chocks up there, which is a nice little addition. That's what we're just, no, this was what we were just using with the sort of box on the back and box without. Depends what you're going for, really. And yeah, this isn't a BDF, this one is, so you can see that at the back. And then you got the fifth wheel as well. Onto the engines, anything from a 320 horsepower all the way up to a 680 V8. Now I was just driving the 540, and from what I found then, it feels really good. I really do like the power delivery on MAN, so any engine that you're going for, you'd be pretty happy with. So I haven't really seen this that often on mods. It's got automatic here, and then you've also got some manual ones. Now I was just driving the 9-speed manual at around, I think it was around 1200 RPM. We were doing around 50 miles an hour, so that isn't too bad, really. Once you're up to 60, you're probably getting to the top of the green zone, which is where you want to be for most places. I think the UK is the highest speed limit for trucks at 60 in the game, so that would be completely fine for that. You've also got 16 speeds, 12 speeds, 9 speeds. Onto the interior. Now these are some new configurations that I haven't seen before for MAN. This is what you get with the SCS standard ones. You get the exclusive, which is really nice in my opinion. All the black and then the metal trim. Not too sure if it's real metal trim or just plastic. You also get the V8 designation there if you go for the V8 engine. Oh no, hang on. It's still there. That's kind of weird. So if you don't go for a V8 and go for the exclusive, you get a V8 logo. Fairly odd. You also get it on this one as well, which is this kind of light grey / white. It depends on your monitor how that sort of comes up, but it looks closer to white if you ask me. Then you've also got this black and cream version as well, which does look nice with the sort of black headlining around the back. The cream up here. So onto the colours, there are some nice preset colours here. You get this dark red metallic, as it's called. It's a lot lighter than it is in the picture though. silver white, sky blue, silver grey. Some little company names here. Yeah, some nice ones here. That's what I was just using. It does have a configurable top there, as you can see, and the bottom is sort of a darker version of the top. Don't know if you can see that. That is kind of nice. Got some Michelin ones. Yeah, some nice ones there. Then you've got all the standard ones, some heavy duty as well, which I do think looks good with the MAN. But anyway, let's go to just like a standard white and get configuring. So there's quite a lot of dots, as you can see. I probably won't go through them all. But down here, you've got mud flaps. Up here, you've got some really sort of intricate and cool looking lower grille guards here that you don't see many different designs of these. So it is nice to see that. Look at that. That's fairly unusual. Might go for that. Up here, you can change the whole look of the truck. So if you want to go that full heavy duty look, you can. I mean, look at that. It does age the truck very easily, that. So look at it, kind of cool. And you can remove this sort of chrome edging if you wish, which I personally think looks a lot better without the chrome. These are some, again, more chrome bits if you wanted them. Have some guards around the lights, again, if you're going for like a quarry themed truck. Another ball bar, sorry. And I like how it moves the number plate as well to make it visible. That's something else that you don't see. Some really nice detail paid into this. Got some flags. I'm pretty sure they'll sort of flap around in the wind. Got one this side as well. Oversized load and badges over there. This is where you can change the whole sort of front mask, as it's called here, or the front grille. I suppose it's not really a grille, is it? The sort of badge area of the truck. Now, I don't really like the fully painted white. I just think it's a bit too much. But with this, it gives it sort of nice sort of contrast with the black grille, especially with a lighter colour. Makes the truck look a little bit more bigger, in my opinion. Then you also got the black version. Maybe if you're going for like a blackout truck or something. Truck bar up there. I don't really like that. It's a bit weird. Stone guard or stone guard paint. Standard mirror options. Pretty much standard. Oh, look at that. Cool door trim, that. I like that. Even though it looks a bit more like a rat than a lion. I like the idea. Look at all these chrome pieces. That's awesome, that is. You could really go for sort of a show truck with this. Look at that. Wind deflectors, even down to the detail of a chrome badge on there. Look at that. That is cool. You've also got some different design and sort of realistic, I'm guessing, sun visors. Look at that. You also had your text up there if you wish. Up the top, standard stuff with the light bars, beacons, and then you have got the spoiler. Over the back, you can add some lights, 2 different styles there. You can even change the cut. Is that painted? No way. That is epic. Look at that. So you go for a fully. That looks menacing. If only you had like a matte black thing. Does it support? Look at that. It supports metallic as well. And it matches this sort of dark colour down here. That is epic. Love that. Let's go back on here. Got some ladders. What's that? Oh, you have to remove that. Oh, no, they're exhaust stacks. I think that's everything down there. At the back, you can change the sort of bumper design. I do like that one. It's very heavy duty with these sort of deployable legs. Side protection. That's pretty much it, I have to say. Onto the interior, you can change the wheel to different styles if you want. That one does look a bit better. It's got a texture around the edge. You've got all the usual sort of things inside here with all the cabinet accessories, and then if you're going for a manual, make sure you change the sort of gear stick to that. Also, just keep it in automatic, which is cool. I like to see that. What's modelled there actually? 2654. I think that's a 9. 7. I think that's a 9. I can't quite see. You also go for the root advisor if you didn't go for this one here. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the customization. So now I'm going to do a time lapse of me building this truck to my spec. Okay then, so here we are, all fully configured. Now I've tried to match the blue with the blue on the trailer, as you can see there, and then the sort of BDF sort of trailer that I've got on the back even matches that. So in total, I think it looks really, really cool, especially in this location with all the green and the blue sky. So getting onto the interior, you can see the blue sort of flows in a little bit with the sun visor. Look at that. Trees just suddenly vanish. That's a bit weird. What's that car doing? But anyway, turning on the ignition, we get the Christmas tree, which is kind of cool. And then all those little beeps, which is nice as well. So the rev counter and the overall dials, I really like the sort of orangey red backlight, which is really nice at night, and I find them quite easy to read. But yeah, everything on there as you would expect, even like the hazard button works. Look at that, that's cool. And the indicators are not so slow anymore, which is a cool update. So distance, so that's your odometer up there. You've got the current speed, which is nice and big, you can see that from a distance. Oh, just knocked it there. That is your range, your sort of economy, live economy readout. Temperatures, you can see them coming up. But yeah, and then you got the gear on the top. I've gone with the manual. As you can see, 9-speed manual. See the temperature just coming up nicely. But yeah, one thing that I am noticing is that this truck is very heavy on frame rate. I'm currently doing 40 FPS and we're in the middle of nowhere basically. There's like a pickup place down there, but that's it. Other than that, there isn't really anything here. So I'm not too sure why the frame rate is so low. It could be due to the chrome here, just on the side here, but I honestly doubt it. But yeah, it is a bit weird, such a low FPS. In town it was around 30, so it is very low for some reason. I think it's just a demanding mod, so if you do have a sort of lower spec PC and are not willing to sacrifice how the game looks by turning the graphic settings down, this truck mod, if you fully configure it, may not be that great. I mean, if you don't and just add some little pieces on, like tiny bits of chrome down the front, and just make it look a little bit nicer, and I think it'll be fine. But if you're going to put loads of stuff on it, be prepared for a lower frame rate. I mean, it's gone up to 45 now, so it's around 10 less than usual, which is quite a big jump really. But oh, it's up to 50 now. Yeah, it's definitely when I look straight ahead. If I look over here, it goes up. Look over here, it goes down. Something over here is not quite right. I'm maybe thinking it's that there, a sort of MAN sort of logo thing, but I'm not too sure. But anyway, to the driving, as I said, I went for the 9-speed manual gearbox, and as you can see, we're doing what, 47, and we're doing 1100 RPM. So it's got plenty. Well, the gear ratios are actually quite good, to be honest. Really good to go through, because when you usually go for a 9-speed or 10-speed or something, at 50 miles an hour, you're usually at the top of the sort of red or green zone, or eco zone, whatever you want to call it, and it's kind of annoying to drive at high speed. But with this, what we're doing now, 55, and we're well within the green zone, which is really cool. But as I said, I didn't go for the V8, so I didn't go for the V8 or exclusive interior. I just went with the standard. I think a sort of workhorse truck like this would not have the exclusive, even though this is customized a bit more. Don't think it would. But yeah, just look at the length of this with this trailer. It is enormous. You do have to make quite wide turns, else you are going to go off. I mean, it's 5 tons, motorbike trailers apparently. I don't think I've ever taken motorbike trailers in this game. There we go, so let's turn out. Normal speed indicators, they are quite large on the display there. You're not going to miss leaving them on, like in some trucks. Like I think it's in American Truck Simulator. Is it the Peterbilt 579 or 389, something like that? And the indicators are completely blocked by the wheel. You have to sit like this to actually see them. So they're really easy to see really. I mean, what's the speed limit on here? 50. Let's just do a quick sort of high speed test. Let's drop down to 8th. I do love the gears on this. Really well placed. I mean, what we're doing now, 60, so this is the max that you can do legally in the UK in this game. And we're doing what, 1400 RPM? So that's really good. Let's just use the engine brake to slow us down. You can see the engine brake logo on there. I don't think I've ever seen that on the truck before. Yeah, that all works rather nicely. Otherwise, the visibility, I don't think the visibility is very good on MANs. All the sort of pillars are really large, and the doors sort of stick up as well, so the windows are quite narrow, which does give you a really nice driving position, which is one of the reasons I do like MANs quite a lot to drive. But just the visibility isn't great, but making up for that is the very, very good mirrors. Just like, it's more more function over form, I guess. They're very big and use space quite well. Let's just slow down here. Gently does it. Let's turn left here, but yeah, I think we're dropping off. So yeah, overall, that quick little drive there, it's a very, very nice truck to drive. And this customization on this mod is very good. Quite a bit of lag down there. Let's just wait for this guy. I love having that rear window as well. Oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? AI in this game. But yeah, overall, definitely download this mod. It's a really, really smooth truck to drive. You can see that now. Look at the lag here. Down to 25 FPS. 20 FPS. Wow. Let's just go outside for a second. It's up to 50 outside. completely fine. But yeah, just down to the detail and everything on this. Even down to these sort of stilts at the back and all the ball bars at the front. I mean, just look at it. Even down to the MAN logos on the ball bar. It is a very, very detailed truck mod. Oh, staff's giving us a race. In fact, I do need to get in this lane. Is he going to let us in? I have to be a bit cheeky. There we go. See what this thing's like to reverse. I mean, I'm probably going to say quite difficult. Because it's sort of... I don't know what the word is for it. Oh, I've stalled it. Double articulated, that's what I'm trying to say. So it's going to be almost impossible to reverse this, or extremely difficult. You can see that there. But these, if you're wondering, these BDF sort of trailers, they come with this mod as well. Which is very good. You don't see that often. You usually have to go and find your own BDF mod if that's what you want. I've got no idea which way it wants me to park this. I'm presuming I'll just drive straight in. And I'm just going to ignore those cones, else I'd never get it in here. Let's just straighten it up a bit. Is it happy with that? No. I admit that's not the straightest. Let's try and get as far forward as possible. Let's use that mirror. The only mirror that's annoying is that one there. And then when you go for the sort of wind deflectors, it does block the other one, the side mirror. I think I'm going to try this again. Oh, there we go. Wasn't expecting that. It's happy with that apparently. And I'll take that. Motorbike trailers delivered in a very, very blue truck. So there we go, the MAN TGX 2010 mod. So if you have enjoyed this video, please do give me a like, subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Goodbye.